welcome to the CGTN live stream. My name is Omar and I'm joined by the lovely Chen Chen. She wasn't meant to be here today, but she decided to tag along. Now, we're, maybe perhaps our viewers can't see exactly where we are because maybe from the opening shot they saw this UAV behind us. Maybe you can give them a quick rundown about where we are, what are we doing today, and what this event is all about.
We are in Zhuhai, a very beautiful coastal city in South China's Guangdong province, and this is the first Aero Asia show. It's meant for a trade show for general aviation.
Right.
Now, for our viewers who don't know about general aviation, well, first of all, do you have any idea of what general aviation is?
I think, well, we have commercial, we obviously have military, but I perhaps see it more in Europe, perhaps in the West. Aviation can be a personal sort of interest, a hobby, and it goes beyond taking airplanes and jetliners from point A to point B. It's an industry that is perhaps more mature in Europe and in North America.
Yes.
It's probably seeing more opportunities in China, but it also goes beyond traditional aircraft, and what you folks just saw in the opening of this live stream is something we're going to be taking a focus at. And it's something you've covered as well, EVTOLs, right?
That's right.
I'm going to test you.
Okay.
What does EVTOL stand for?
Electronic, vertical takeoff and landing vehicles or aircrafts.
Perfect.
Right.
So those are EVTOLs, and they're
Well,
not.
it's not a question. It's not a hard question.
I think it took me a few times to fully memorize that. Why don't we take a walk?
Sure.
And have our cameraman show us around. You don't always have to film us, man. Show around. So I wanted to ask you: have you been to This is the inaugural edition of Aero Asia. But the Zhuhai Air Show, which happens every 2 years, it was taking place last year. But because of COVID, there was obviously some restrictions. Couldn't be as beautiful as it could be. What's your experience in covering aviation?
I actually happened to be here last year, and exactly in November, early November.
Okay.
Yeah, the Zhuhai Air Show took place in early November, and yeah, last time I was here, all I saw were big airplanes, aircrafts, and for military use, and rockets as well.
Could you compare it to this one? This one's a lot smaller.
Yes, it's definitely different, but it's somehow smaller, but it feels more closer to our daily lives.
Okay.
Because like we said, EVTOLs. That's something, a word, an acronym that I came across during the past 2 days. Like a lot of people are bringing these up, and because I think China is opening up in this low air economy.
Yeah.
So this industry is definitely booming and growing in China.
They call it the.
That's why we're seeing all these EVTOLs around us.
EVTOLs.
Yes.
All right, let's check out EHang.
So yeah, if this EVTOL is a difficult acronym for us to say, let's just call them flying taxis. But of course, they can do many more, like that one, the black one over there. Yes, for logarithm, right? Sending
logistics,
yes.
I remember a few years ago, EHang, this is a Guangdong-based company. Keep filming over there, man. You don't have to film us. Keep filming over there. This company, I interviewed them a couple of days ago, but I remember, I think a couple years back, they and DHL, which is a major logistics company, they partnered and they have deliveries happening in Dongguan, and they plan to have some flights happening in Shenzhen. All right, we're going to have a guest. We should jump to our interview first.
Well, and just before we jump into that, I did an episode on flying taxis as well, just a couple weeks ago.
I saw that video.
Oh, thank you for watching
so
that.
Well done and put together. I envy your video.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here, because EHang in October, they just obtained the first type certificate for the personal, what is it called? People carrying UAV.
The approval.
Yes, and which is
the Chinese Civil Aviation.
CAAC, yes, which is the one right next to us over here, and I think we do get the chance to actually be in there. I mean,
all right. Should we get our interviewee first, or should we check it out first?
Up to you. What do you say? What do you know about this?
All I know is you can put two people in here.
Yeah, as we can see.
You have multiple rotors.
Right, and
you
these
have
are
a bit of a luggage area in the back. And as you can see inside, as our cameraman goes in, there's no controls. It's just a screen.
Right, because everything's going to be autopilot.
Control through that command center that they have.
Yes.
So the safety is in someone else. It is unmanned. There's no pilot in there.
There's no pilot.
But everything is connected to their smart city network. This is what I was learning from them the other day.
Right.
And everything is monitored and taken care of.
Right.
So would you take one of these in the future?
I definitely want to, but I think it's starting first, I guess, in Shenzhen or some of the cities in China, right? They're already, or they're in the process of getting this into a business.
I think the commercialization of these aircraft is taking time. Obviously, there's concerns about safety. I think people would be worried to take a seat in an aircraft with no pilot. Imagine someone has no aviation experience. They're going to be thinking, oh no, what do I do? Yeah, what do I do in case of an emergency? Okay, let's jump to our wonderful Li Zhao. Li Lao Shi, Zhao Lei, Zhao Lei. All right, so joining us, we have Li Zhao. She's head of marketing and PR.
It's just sit over here.
At Yihan. And I got to catch up with you before I visited your headquarters in Guangdong. First of all, tell us, how are you feeling about this inaugural Aero Asia event? Yihan is here. What do you guys think of this event so far?
Okay, so you see right now in China, there's a lot of very supportive and favorable policies come out to support the development of this kind of emerging new industry. Because we are globally we call it electrical vertical takeoff and landing industry, or maybe in Europe we call it advanced air mobility, and right now in China we call it the low altitude economy. So altogether we are moving forward to the next step of the transportation. You see right now in the urban area a lot of traffic jams and a lot of the carbon emissions. So the whole world is searching for a new kind of transportation, and also for the energy. So right now, what Yihan is representative is totally eco-friendly and autonomous, and also vertical takeoff and landing, and also enables to everyone, and also autonomous driving. The whole features coming together is a new urban air mobility to help fix the urban city problems.
Okay. Yeah, I always keep seeing this urban transportation. This isn't about flying from Beijing to Guangzhou. It's about maybe getting from one part of Guangzhou to maybe Dongguan or Shenzhen.
Or perhaps an airport.
To jump in. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I would just say, or perhaps just from an airport that's outside the city to the central of the city. For this short distance transportation, it makes it much easier for business people.
That could be the future. Okay, let's take a look.
Can we get inside now?
Can you show us?
I can't wait.
What is this model?
Sure, no problem. Take it right.
All right. Okay. Let's get you in first. I have some things in my pockets.
Okay.
Are we allowed to go in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Okay.
Careful with your mic.
All right.
All right, we're getting into one of Yihan's unmanned EVTOLs.
Look at the leather design.
I'm not as flexible.
Excuse me. I'm sure you can do that.
Don't film my stomach. I'm a little fat these days. How do you feel in here?
Well, it's definitely feels different with two people in here. Yesterday.
As you can see, as we mentioned before, this is totally autonomous driving.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do here.
Yeah. You just sit here, and also you can have a cup of tea, or maybe take some selfie and enjoy the view here.
Oh, okay, let's do that maybe. But now, we don't. Let's definitely do one. Yeah, imagine if it's beautiful aerial view of the city around us, these big window screens.
So I want to ask, this model is designed for what kind of distance, what kind of altitude? When it comes into commercialization and actual usage, what will this model be used for?
Yeah, so yeah, thank you. So make it easy. It's like an air taxi, so maybe easier for us to understand. Because it's it's autopilot in the air, so you don't need to drive this. So you don't need to be a pilot of this aircraft. So it's like you're enjoying a taxi service in the air.
So how long can we be in
how long can I fly for?
Yeah, you can fly around 30 kilometers.
Okay.
This is designed for inner city transportation.
Okay.
Because this thing is totally different in the air, different between the air and in the ground. You see, on the ground, maybe you need to drive half an hour or 1 hour's drive from one place to another, like 20 or 30 kilometers away there. But in the air, you go straight.
Right.
So 1 hour's drive on the ground, it may be like 10 minutes in the air. So the experience is totally different.
Yes, we can easily reach from point A to point B with much shorter time period in the air.
Yeah.
Because everything is vertical. It's three-dimensional.
I want to add to this because right now this is just me and Chen in here. But the population of Guangdong is so big. So, okay, two people could go from Haizhu district to Baiyun district in Guangzhou.
Yeah.
How are you going to realize making this used by most people?
Oh, great. That's a very great question. Because, we need to make a lot of achievements step by step. Maybe it's not gonna happen in 1 or 2 years to carry like 100 millions of people in the air, just like the taxis right now. But in the long term, this is a long-term goal, and finally we'll get there. And right now, at this first stage, we will put it into the sightseeing scenario, so everybody can safely enjoy the flights in the air in some very beautiful view scenery spot there. And then step by step, more and more people they can embrace this kind of innovation. They're enjoying flights in the air.
Right on.
Yeah, and maybe 1 or 2 years later, more and more people have already experienced this kind of new transportation. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, definitely. I think safety is the priority concern we have over here. Well, I feel too bad for us sitting here too long and letting this beautiful lady standing right beside us talking.
This would be great for a honeymoon.
Yeah. What are you hinting?
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna get off on this side.
All right, and I'll do from this side. Whoops. Right. Yeah, I think we need a step, kind of like a step over there in order for us for people to get in there easily.
Yeah.
And these blades could be a little bit daunting to normal people. But yes, I think you were right that maybe in a year or two we get this concept to more people, and more people will accept it and trust this kind of vehicles, and
it's going to take time for people to get used to it.
Yeah, that's beginning the future of transportation.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Lee. We're going to take a look around here, and hopefully in the future, next time you guys have a test flight, you can invite me. You can invite her too, but invite me.
Well, I definitely want to sign up, but you're in Guangzhou, you're closer to their headquarters.
Let's take a walk around here. Thank you, Mrs. Lee. All right, so how was your experience? How did you feel in there? I know you were very close to me. Imagine if, let's say, you're traveling with your boss or someone.
Oh, ooh.
You have to spend 30 minutes with them, that close.
Wow. I definitely don't want to spend 30 minutes with a boss.
With a boss? Which boss are you talking about?
All right, shall we?
So for those watching at home, be it on Facebook, YouTube, the CGTN app, make sure to leave your comments about this event, about what you're seeing, and I'll check my phone in a moment to see if there's anything. All right, I think we have another EVTOL company.
Actually, everything around here is about EVTOL.
Lead the way.
Oh, okay. So, well, let's get up from here. Maybe we'll check out that one over there. Take a look at the capsule shaping EVTOL, and that one is so different. This place, Zero G. Zero G aircraft industry. That's right.
Zero G as. Oh yeah, it's Zero G.
Zerog?
Yeah, I was going to say Zerog.
Okay.
Wait, you interviewed them before or what?
Yes, I actually did an interview with them yesterday, and this one, to me, it's much cooler. This is also an EVTOL, but as you can see, they're rotors.
We're not so close.
Oh, come on, so you don't like this one.
That's where you're trying to imply. You can't sit that close.
好呀，那个电影可以看一下吗？
The security.
对，Well, yeah.
Look, I take you to Eyang, I take you and you bring me
So
to
I'll
Zero
bring it
G.
here. This one, I promise you, this one is much cooler. And as you can see, the rotors.
稍微等一下，它需要换个电池。
Oh, okay, yeah.
还有多久？
2 minutes. We'll walk around and we'll come back to this perhaps. Yeah, all of these aircrafts are their eVTOLs as well, and they are of different engineering structures. For example, this one is their tilt rotor design, where you can see they have a mix of fixed wings. Yeah. These are fixed wings, and those are like rotatable. So these are called tilt rotors. Actually, every one of these on the end are rotatable. So this one is much more efficient, or because
versatile.
Energy efficient actually, because for eVTOLs, like we said, it's vertical takeoff and landing, so they need a lot of power for taking off, and that's
another quiz question for you.
Okay.
Why is the vertical takeoff aspect so important?
Aspects. What do you mean by aspects?
Why is it so important that they can have vertical takeoff?
Okay, is this a quiz? Well, traditionally, an airplane need a runway, and that takes
you're
a
too
while.
smart. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, because as Yihang explained, to build the infrastructure for where these aircraft land on top of the building, you just need a bit of space.
Yeah.
Because it will land vertically. You don't need to invest a lot. The cost of materials, the cost of investment, all goes down.
And that's what I was
Know your
able
stuff.
to.
You're such a good reporter.
I did my homework.
Let's go catch up with that cameraman.
Okay. So another little introduction to this one right here. This is also an electric-powered aircraft, but it's for light sport. Yeah, light sport aircraft. It's meant for beginners like us to learn how to become a pilot. Yep, I think.
My dad and brother are both pilots.
Wow, so you are one of these advanced. I think we can open this. Oh,
Whoa.
Do you want to get in?
Unless you get in, you can start for this shot.
Nah.
You go in without me.
No, I won't. I'll save the opportunity for getting in together with you over that capsule.
You get in the capsule. Yeah, but this is just a standard airplane.
Yes, and this one is, from what I've learned, and all the panels over there is much simpler. Is a simple design, so a beginner can quickly get hands-on of how to become a pilot.
Yeah, but see, this requires actual skill. When we're in the EVTOL, we just talk, have a coffee, take selfies together.
Yes, but this one
beside each other.
Well, that one's meant for tourism, and this one is for you to drive a plane, drive an aircraft.
Oh, they turn on the
I
lights.
think the capsule lights is on. Yeah, and as you can see, it's a total different design from other aircraft.
Yeah.
It's more of a capsule and round design to make it more futuristic. From what I've learned is they are doing this design in a shape similar to a moon landing capsule, so very futuristic.
It's very circular. Zero G. You
Yeah.
go down this side, I'll go on.
Okay. Yeah, see, this one you have a step, so it won't require much effort on your leg.
你的中文也非常好，谢谢。中文肯定好。
And we could probably bring our camera guy in later
wanna bring him in?
on. I mean, we can talk here for a bit, and all the people looking at us.
How do we look? How do we look, guys? All right, so we have a panel here.
Yep. So this one is quite
地
easy.
空对讲.
So that you can talk to. Whoa! You can talk to someone. Are you calling someone on the ground?
This is the phone call to the ground, right?
Right.
Okay.
And this one you can just press on 一键起飞.
一键起飞.
So, but this one requires you to
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
we're lifting.
The rotors are gonna start.
Yeah. So everything, the safety part of it is it requires you to have the capsule door closed and seatbelt on, and that's when it can take off. So I guess you don't have to worry on pressing that button by accident.
So this one is really cool because I didn't want to do this. You
Yeah.
have all this sort of touch panel in front of you.
Right.
You can see your altitude, your direction, your speed.
And you can look up, you have a star ceiling.
You have good
This
to
looks
mention. You have air conditioning in here too. I just feel like this one is more spacious than Yihang's.
Yeah,
That way
definitely.
here we both have an armrest. Maybe you can put a drink down here. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, this one is easier for you to have a
Just
cup of
imagine
tea,
if we were
milk
floating.
tea.
Milk tea, maybe a beer or some wine would be
Yeah.
nice too.
Yeah, since we don't need to drive, we don't have to pilot, so
Yeah, that's
definitely
okay.
have a,
There's no such thing as drinking and flying anymore because this is legal.
yeah. I mean, everything's done by robots,
By
right?
robots.
Yeah.
This would be a really cool. Let me close this.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, you need requires a little. Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Sorry for the sound bump. Yeah.
Okay, now we're completely
Locked
isolated.
inside. Yeah, see, the view is much bigger here since you have like the side doors, like much bigger screen. I mean, window. Right, but how do we get out?
How do we? You can't get out. Can you get out?
Yeah, we need some. Ooh.
All right. I can get out. I can get
Okay.
out. All right, let's go to
Wait.
auto flight.
Right.
Let's move on.
Oh, okay, sure.
Someone's waiting for us.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well. Oh, and my microphone again. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was a cool experience. Let's go this way.
Wow, so today is all about eVTOLs, are we?
All right, yeah, let's just focus on eVTOLs. You know, I'm still recovering from my mysterious COVID infection.
Be it or not, yeah.
Look at all of you guys coming here, enjoying this air show.
Yeah, I know.
I'm dying in my hotel room.
Well, now today you get the opportunities. Well, I think the reason we're having so many eVTOLs displayed here is perhaps for like people here to get to know about this emerging industry of low altitude economy, and we see a lot of kids here. So, from an interview I did yesterday, I learned that the air show, or let it be the Zhuhai air show, well, these Aero Asia show, is meant for people to get familiar with new concepts, and it's about some ideas sparkling.
It's a good approach, because I think in the future, when someone is met with the option to fly one of these, their first concern is going to be, oh, I'm a bit worried.
Yeah.
But events like this give people enough exposure to be like, oh, this is what this is all about. You can see China has done a lot of investment, R&D, obviously safety. China's aircraft transportation aviation safety record is fantastic. You can see how seriously they take that. And it's been so long for these companies to get approval to get that type certificate. Only one company has.
And they are the pioneer in this, which paves the way for other companies who are also doing in this industry to get certificates faster. Or, I mean, once the process is done once, it'll be easier for those following.
So I think it's hard to, I don't want to quote anyone on this, but I spoke to one of the companies and they said within 3, 5, maybe 6 years, we can see this normalized as something we often.
And just think about that, 3 or 4 years, it's not that long. It's just, it's just
I'll
around
be
the
36.
corner. Uh-oh.
You'll be 41? No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I'll be 41 and look this.
We have the Vice President of Auto Flight,
Ooh.
Mr. Xie. Mr. Xie, are you free for a few minutes? Yeah. Thank you. Omar,
Awesome.
CGTN, this is Chen
Chen,
We
also
spoke to
from
our
CGTN
colleague
Beijing.
yesterday. Let's have you stand here in the middle carefully.
Yeah.
I'll jump in first. So
Yeah.
tell us about Auto Flight. Tell us about what you guys are showcasing here at the inaugural Aero Asia event.
Yeah, actually we are very happy to be here. We actually manufacture and develop what we call the EVTOL, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. So this EVTOL is a new type of aircraft. So first it's pure electrical, and its carbon emission is like 0, and then it's vertically taking off and landing. So in vertical takeoffs, and then become a cruising during the transition period, and then it becomes a multi-copter mode and a vertical landing. So it doesn't need a runway at the airport, so you can actually be very flexible in terms of infrastructure cost being very low. And because it's electric, so the noise level is very low. So it actually makes it possible to actually scale in a very large number. So just imagine in the future, over the our city, above our city, you could see about thousands of these aircraft flying.
Hopefully that's the future. Now, my colleague did an interview for me with you yesterday because I wasn't feeling great. And you talked about this concept of redundancy measures. You have 1 to 2 redundancy sort of safety measures in different parts of the aircraft. Could you expand on that? Because a lot of people are going to be concerned about safety. This hasn't been normalized in public use yet. How do you assure the general public that they're going to be okay in this?
Okay, fantastic. This is a very good question. So basically the configuration and design is the key to the safety. As you can see here, we have 10 lifting rotors, and we
Let's take a walk. How about we take a walk around?
So we have 10. So on each side we have 3. And on both wings we have 2. So I mean on each side we have like in total 5. So on both sides we have 10. And we have 3 pushers. So as you can see here, this is like what we call DEP, distributed electric propulsion.
Right.
So any one of them failed, it still can hover.
They'll still hover, maintain altitude.
Yeah. At maximum extreme cases, any 2 of them like of different axes failed, it can still barely hover and then it can land
Safely.
Okay.
Will there be a parachute?
No, it's called an electric parachute. I will explain later. And then of 3 of the pushers, any one of them fails. There's no problem as well. And all the control service are actually redundant. So you can see here, there's 2 on the other side, and there are the different parts. So everything is redundant. Even the battery, we have 8 modules of battery.
8 modules.
Yeah, 8 modules of battery actually power up the whole aircraft, like separately, independently. So any one module failed, it doesn't affect the other modules powering like normal. So this is the safety level. So think about a normal helicopter, it only has one rotor. So there's no single point of failure on this aircraft. And that's why it can be very safe.
Did you want to jump in with some insightful commentary or questions? Yeah, I want to give you some airtime.
I just want to know if this is a real size of these.
This is a full scale.
Full scale.
Yeah, this is like capable of 5-seaters. As you can see, there's a 1-seater for safety pilot and 4-seater for the passengers.
So the safety pilot must be there, or not necessarily?
By regulatory parties requirements, he has to be there for the first few years. And we don't know what will happen in the future. Probably after the scaling of this unit, and then the regulatory party will lift this requirements. But right now, we have to have a safety pilot. But the safety pilot pretty much just hands off, and then the human interface is very, very simple. So
let's go. Chen, why don't you become our safety pilot?
Can I be the safety pilot?
My life is in your hands.
So
I mean,
can I be there?
Yeah, after training, but
okay.
Here,
okay.
But,
not here.
Yeah, as you can see, the interface is very simple. You have a bare screen, so it's a touch screen.
Right.
And then you have already planned your route. And then you press the button and it takes off.
Take off and go.
And then during the cruising, if there's any emergencies, and then you can take over. The safety pilot can take over by doing another press button. And then when it takes over, you can use the joysticks on both sides and to control and maneuver the aircraft to land safely. And the controlling of the aircraft is helped with autopilot, so it's very easy and very flexible.
Perfect.
I have a question. Why is this one compared to the other eVTOLs that we just visited? Why is this one designed with 4 multiple seats and much bigger? What purpose does it fill?
As a public transport tool, as we know, the car is designed with 5 seats, right?
Yeah.
So the car is designed with 5 seats. So basically, this is why we design 5 seats, 5 seats
for family, perhaps.
For family purpose, and also for the maximum usage of the efficiency. Just imagine if you have 2-seater one, if you do need a safety pilot, there's only 1 seat left, right? But for this one, you still have 4 seats left. And then the difference between this one and other ones is it's a combination of a fixed wing and a helicopter.
Right.
Although it's much easier to repair and much lower cost to maintain and much less noise. However, because you utilize the aerodynamic features of the wing, so basically when it's cruising, all the uplifting rotors will be locked and stopped. So that's why it only relies on the 3 push rotors. So that's why the power consumption during the cruising is minimum. So that's why you can fly a long hour and one large range. So we have already exceeded 250.3 kilometers.
Wow.
That's the world's public record for this size of eVTOL. 250.3
kilometers. That's how far from?
From here to Shaoguan.
Shaoguan. It's another city.
Northern Guangdong. Yeah.
Okay.
From here to Guangzhou, the direct distance is less than 80 kilometers.
Oh, so we can easily reach from Zhuhai to Guangzhou, then the Greater Bay Area again.
Exactly.
I think it's all
useful.
connected.
We have big plans for the Greater Bay Area. So before Chinese Spring Festival, we are going to launch the Shenzhen-Zhuhai air route. So we will fly from Shenzhen to Zhuhai in only 15 minutes.
15, 1
Yeah,
5.
1-5.
Yeah, I heard
Wow.
yesterday you said you drove from Shenzhen to Zhuhai to come
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours because you have to go around
Exactly.
the Pearl River Delta.
Exactly.
I know they're building a bridge from Zhongshan, but
Bridge is
That's
always
still 30
progressive.
minutes.
that was, and it's not done, right? Or is
Yeah.
it? I can't remember if it's
No,
done
it's
or
not,
it's
it's
not
not
done.
finished yet, but still.
But
I
one
mean,
bridge compared to a 15-minute flight, you cannot compare.
Exactly, exactly. So this is, I mean, and in the future, over the Greater Bay Area, we will have so many routes from Shenzhen to Zhuhai, from Shenzhen to Macau, from Zhuhai to Macau, from Zhuhai to Hong Kong, Shenzhen to Hong Kong, and then north to Guangdong, Jiangmen, Zhongshan, So connecting all the different cities located in the Greater Bay Area in a very, very short period of time and very high efficiency.
I think that is of a great importance for this area.
For the GBA. Mr. Xie, thank you so much.
Thank you, really
Pleasure
appreciate that.
showing us about auto
Thank you.
flight.
Thank you.
Let's we're about done, I would say. Let's take a little bit of a walk.
Yeah. And just,
Where do you want
I'll
to
show
go
you around.
as we wrap up our show? I'm going to check my phone, see if any of you guys left us comments.
Okay.
We could go on for another 10 minutes. What do you think?
Okay, maybe we'll walk that way since everything
Let's
is
go
over
this way.
there. Yeah, and
All right.
show everyone around this.
So
this
we've got
yeah.
to see Zerog.
Zerog. This is
Zero
called
Auto flight.
Auto flight in
Auto
Yihan.
flight. Got to see Yihan.
Yihan. Yeah, but there are actually more. I mean, this Aero Asia show is more than just EVTOL. EVTOL is only part of one track of general aviation. Here we have like we saw at Zero G. They have like these light sport aircraft,
Right.
what is it called?
Let's take a look. Sorry,
Yeah,
to cut you off.
LSA, yes.
Let's take a look at
Oh.
the Jiangsu. How do you read
Zhongao,
Zhongao?
Zhongao. So like China and
I'm
Macau.
trying to read that.
Zhongao.
Zhongao. Yeah, so
I
you have
see.
the Guaniti
Ooh, this is a simulation.
simulator.
Simulator. Okay.
Simulator.
So
I'm not gonna get in because I'll probably throw up.
And
shouldn't
well,
do that,
I mean,
no.
someone's already
Let's take a
there.
look.
Well, we see kids over there. So yeah,
So this looks more like a traditional aircraft.
training.
Oh yeah, it's all written in English.
Yeah.
English. Sorry, I can't speak to that. Australian designed and manufactured.
Oh, that's for
Actually,
the engine. But that one specifically.
That is the.
This one right here.
That is not an engine. This is an engine.
Right. I thought you meant the English
Sorry,
explanation
sorry,
is for the engine.
My mistake.
Okay, no worries.
Let's go that way.
Yeah. This is already the one end of this exhibition hall, and we'll keep going that way. It's a long way to go, so we'll have to see. But we'll just keep talking for another 10 minutes, or how much you feel about. However you feel
Let me
about.
see. How do I feel about this?
How do you feel now?
This girl in pink, I know she's my colleague. She's just standing there. I think she's been busy all day. So how do you feel about today's event?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so aside from EVTOLs, aside from the flight simulators, I've also seen a few flight training schools.
Oh
And
yeah,
not
the
only
talent
from
is
China, I
definitely.
saw Seneca College, which is one of the biggest schools in Canada. They've been here. There's a Canadian, I see the Canada booth over there.
Oh,
So
a
you also have
German
international cooperation.
Yes,
I know a
for
lot of the
this.
events in China, they like that.
Yeah, I think we have exhibitors from Singapore, from Germany,
Right.
and Australia.
I don't know why they always film us. They should be filming the event. I'm not that self-obsessed. But yeah, you have the flight schools here as well.
Oh, and over right on the other end, I don't know if we have time to make it there, but
We do have time. Why are
we
you in
have-
such a rush to get rid of me?
I'm not. I'm just afraid that you don't feel like talking for too long since you just recovered.
Yes.
Barely recovered. Anyhow, we have an air pickup or a pickup aircraft that flew all the way from, I think it's Sweden to here.
What?
Yeah. Yes. A pilot drove the aircraft.
Flew.
Yeah, and flew to here in Zhuhai. They followed the Silk Road route.
Yeah, but he would fly land. It's not one
Yes.
direct flight.
No,
Okay,
not
I thought
one
you meant,
direct flight.
He flew directly from Sweden to Zhuhai. I'm like, I think it's commercially possible, but not of any of the aircraft here.
No. Yeah, all of the aircrafts, small aircrafts here, are meant for short distance. Some can go 1,000 kilometers.
From where to where? 1,000 kilometers.
Yes, from what I remember.
I don't think
Let's
that's
confirm
Sweden
with
to
them.
Zhuhai.
Okay.
It's a lot longer. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you have here. I would say it's more traditional UAVs.
Right.
I've seen
right.
some of, like for example, DJI.
Oh, yes. Speaking of UAVs, I did an interview with the guy from the Federal Aviation Aircraft, FAA from the
FAA.
US, FAA US. Yes, and he said something. He said that the UAV here in China is very advanced, and I quote, and he actually said that. So imagine, I mean, general aviation out there, it sounds like far from our daily lives, but UAVs, like the DJI drones, for be them for the photography use or other purposes,
use.
yeah, personal use, it is very advanced here in China, and that's perhaps one of the one way for China to keep developing the general aviation industry.
I think the future of aviation, once it becomes more open, especially in China,
Right.
And you see more general public enthusiasm for it. Like I know perhaps it's too bright in my eyes, perhaps in other parts of the world where people have their own aircraft,
Right.
they have their own hangars, private jets, airplane watching from airports. Once all of that matures here, there's so much opportunity because China, I'm not sure if it's the largest commercial sort of aviation industry yet. In terms of passenger flows, I believe it is. Perhaps it's 1 and 2 with America. But once we see more and more, like look, China just developed their own self-made aircraft, Comac.
C919.
C919. Well, of course, it uses parts from various manufacturers
Yes,
globally,
yes.
but that's all manufacturers do
And
that.
this show here is not only a display of different aircrafts, we also have like all the different companies along the value chain, along the industry
True.
chain,
True.
and you truly see a full industry here. So yeah, I do see a lot of potential in China
Fun.
in developing this GA.
Our viewers today are rather quiet. Where are your
Maybe we
comments
should
at?
check out our viewers on YouTube and
We have
Facebook.
YouTube, Weibo, our
Yeah, just tune in anywhere you can.
they can watch
there was
it. They can
something-
replay it.
There was something I wanted to talk about it, but I
What did you
forgot.
want to
I couldn't recall at this moment, but we'll just keep talking and maybe I'll
You'll pop into
remember.
it,
Yeah, somehow later on. Oh yes, cost. So when we talk about like personal jet and personal aircrafts, it might sound like, oh, this is only for very, very rich people. I
Right.
mean. But if you just compare the cost, if you fly business class for perhaps like a family size, like 5 to 7 people, that cost could be way over 10,000, right?
Way
you count,
over 10,000.
yeah, per ticket. But if you average down, like if perhaps you own a personal jet, or you take the smaller aircrafts as taxis, the cost would be
Much lower.
Much lower, yes.
Much lower. That was the thing, a question I had for EHang actually when I
Yeah.
saw him on Tuesday. I was like, look, the reality is if 2 people just take this aircraft, we're going to have to pay like 5,000, 8,000 RMB for a flight. I'm not going to do that. He said, no, one of their goals is to
cut down the
ensure
cost.
this is accessible, affordable, and cost-effective for everyday people.
Yeah.
It's not meant for 2 CEOs of a company to go from Dongguan to Guangdong.
Yes.
It's meant for the average consumer to have access and to also make use of this new form of transportation.
That's right. And you said like in perhaps 4 to 5 years, these would all be available here on Earth. But imagine if we go to Mars or Moon in the near future as well, general aviation will be and it must be the transportation over there.
It better be. It better be. I think this is a great spot to finish.
Yeah. Oh, look
we
how
have
lovely.
some
You have a
cool-
panda and a teddy
There's a
bear.
panda in it. That's me and you. That's you and I.
Yeah, you're the teddy bear.
I'm the panda bear. Really? Yeah, I look like a panda.
Yeah, so this is the
This is
Pickup.
端什么旗什么运.
where are you reading?
I'm reading the 空中波卡.
Pickup.
P-
So
oh,
this is
Pika.
the pickup
This is
aircraft I talked
transportation.
about. Yes, I think we could get in there.
No, why are we calling them over? Don't call them over. What are you?
Do you want to go in?
No, I don't want to go in. No, don't go in. Don't go in.
Why not? You can go in.
There's nowhere to sit. I'm not climbing into that either.
Oh, okay. All right then.
Do you want to go
we
in?
can talk to Mr.
I don't want to talk to anyone. There's no more. I did my 2 interviews. There's no one else I want to talk to. There's no one else I want to talk to. I'm already
why don't we let him do an introduction? And let's
you
close
can do it. I'm not interested. I want to pick up aircraft where you put boxes inside. Come on, we need to give our viewers future technological trends of what's happening.
But this
All
one
right,
is
let's walk back this way. Let's see what else we can run into.
Okay.
I don't want to get into that. Look, you can't even get in. Look, you can't
Well, now with the teddy bear you can, but they can. The teddy bear actually represent.
Oh, do you want to go outside?
A parachute jumper.
Let's go outside and see the airplane.
Outside.
Hey, cameraman, where are you going? Let's go this way. Yeah, go,
yes.
go.
Well, the weather has been quite warm here in Zhuhai.
Oh, I'm lucky I got
So I don't have my sunglasses, and you are calling us to go outside.
Do you have a problem with me taking you outside? I don't think there's any problem. This is the air show. I think we haven't mentioned,
we
haven't mentioned something, that there are air performances.
Oh yeah, did you get a chance to take a
No, I
look
was in
this
bed
afternoon?
taking medicine.
Oh yeah. So yeah, during this 3-day event, there will be stunt shows, what is it called, aerobatic flying show. Aerobatic flying show every day. It could be in the morning or in the afternoon. So yeah. I was here on the opening day, which was yesterday, and I
Did you enjoy
saw. Oh yeah, the first one from the European, what is it called, Fly By Night.
Yeah, the British guys. The British.
It's a mix of British and French guys.
Oh, how diverse of that.
There are 4 of them. Yeah.
Very diverse.
Yeah. So they're called the European Fly By Nights. They had a
what
really
did-
amazing
What
show.
did you think of their show? Was it good?
Because they all fly with this like small jets,
Yeah.
small aircraft, so it's different from the type of stunts show that we enjoy during the normal Zhuhai air show. Yes, but yeah, you still be amazed by how much how many patterns and beautiful patterns they can make in sky with the small jets. So they are arguably to say performing these stunts like they are experiencing 3 or what was could it be 1 to 2 G, like overloaded,
right.
yeah.
1 to 2 Gs.
Gravities, yeah.
We can handle
When doing
that,
it.
right?
You try. You go and have a try.
All right, so we
I don't
have
know.
these larger aircraft out here.
Yeah. So
塔北通用.
yeah, this is for what's it called?
河南气象.
It's for weather survey
Well,
or
this is for geological sort of
or
surveys.
maybe how to say 人工降雨.
Oh, it drops water on forest fires, maybe. No,
Forest fire. No. It's
there's
for
an elephant shooting water out of its trunk. I don't know.
that is not water. It's some chemical components to help with
Fertilizer.
No. Precipitation. Yeah, so general aviation is a much wider concept, including agriculture, for spraying pesticides or banner towing, and for this for precipitation.
Precipitation.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Oh, this has been a good time.
Yeah, and from what I've learned, there are over 80 of the aircrafts displayed here.
Outside, there are 80 aircraft.
All together. At least that's what I learned from the official data.
You know, I was hoping to come to last year's Zhuhai, the main event, the main air show, but I wasn't able to. I was still abroad.
Why weren't you here?
I was not in China at the time.
Okay.
But I heard that show is bigger.
Oh yeah.
A lot more grand. You have the military fighter jets, all the sort of faster.
And you see all the models of rockets and also the China space station. But that model is still kept here in another hall, and people can still go in there.
Okay. Let's see if we're
Yeah.
getting
Do you own one of these? I mean,
do I own an airplane?
yeah.
Oh, if CGTN paid me more, maybe I would. I would have my own private jet.
Let's all dream big.
I unfortunately cannot afford any of these airplanes. I think Some of these are quite nice, you can see.
Yep.
The one behind by Honda can sit about 9 or 10 people, I believe.
Oh.
No,
You've been there. You were there.
I checked it out the other day.
Oh.
No, the way I get around the city is I ride a bike or I walk or I take
And
the
that's
metro.
very, that's very environmental friendly as
Very
well.
environmentally friendly. Oh, it's hot today.
It is.
All right, let's head back in over there, and we can, bid
Wrap up
farewell
there, yeah, to our viewers.
to our lovely viewers.
Well,
We've had
it's
2
really
cameramen
nice.
today. This guy showed up out of nowhere. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's too busy filming with other people. Oh, there's a cool helicopter. That's a China Rescue.
Yes, I think
I don't think it's Coast Guard, but that's a really.
it's for rescue purpose. Oh, they
perhaps
also
a
had
natural
a...
disasters or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, since it's for Guangdong, so I guess, is it for Coast
It is
Guard?
Guangdong. I can see Guangdong. It says Guangdong GDEM, Guangdong Emergency. So that's why it's a regional provincial survey. Hey, have you ever flown an aircraft? Have you ever flown a plane?
No, what do you mean by flow? And
Never
as in,
sat in a cockpit and flown an airplane?
No.
No, really?
No, why would I ever have the chance?
I don't know, I'm just curious because I have.
Okay,
Very
okay. So you don't own one, but you do have a flown one.
I've
That's
flown
cool.
one.
Do you have a... Ooh, so this is we're right next to the airport.
That's a perfect way to say goodbye, eh? We're going home.
We're wrapping up.
Okay.
What was
Shall
it
we
about?
finish outside or inside?
Maybe inside. I can't open my eyes here.
So, do you want my...
But then you won't be able to.
Oh.
Where were we
was,
going? Yeah. But I did go parachute jumping once.
You jumped out of an airplane.
Yeah, with
Skydive.
someone. Yeah, skydive. Yes.
With a connected to it.
Yeah, with the coach. Yeah.
All right.
And I also know that someone back in Beijing, like the team, the live stream team, we also have a colleague who can actually do skydiving by himself. Like he's certificated.
Wow.
Yes.
That's intense.
Yeah, and actually what I've learned yesterday is that there is a growing number of people in China who are also doing like learning skydiving. So this is recreational part, is also part of general aviation. And that's why we are seeing this a growing market.
Right. So for those who, wow, look at the sun just raining down on your face. I hope everyone who tuned in enjoyed what we explored today at the Aero Asia, the inaugural edition of this event.
Yeah.
One thing to ask you, what's your major takeaway? What's your hope from this? For me, it's going to be EVTOLs. I'm really curious to see how that develops going forward. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, EVTOL is definitely part of something I'm looking forward to. And yes, I also secured a ticket from Zero G if they're doing flight testing in the future. That's one thing, and maybe perhaps I get to learn to become a pilot. I'll get some training.
I will not take that airplane with you. I value my life a bit more.
If you take my car once, you trust me on that.
I'm gonna take the bus. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. My name is Omar Khan. I was joined by Chen Chen. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember, all of our content's online, CGTN.com. You can rewatch this live stream many, many times. And that's it for us from Zhuhai at Aero Asia. Bye-bye.